one day, and my coronation will be celebrated all over the world. Do not forget, I am divine.
What a day for an execution!
All right, guys, go to your mom. Come on, run. Come on, go to your mother. I know you guys don't want to go. Come on, run.
Spine number 1138, because that's how many movies we're in at this point, the Criterion Collection, is Daddy Longlegs from 2009, from none other than the Safdie brothers themselves. The Safdie brothers I pretty much have been following ever since Heaven Knows What. They have a really good, unique style, and I just really enjoy their films. And so when Daddy Longlegs was coming to the Criterion Collection, I was like, all right, cool. And much like a ton of other stuff, I went out of my way to buy it, and then it just sat on my shelf forever. But I finally watched it. The story is basically about a man who needs to learn to grow up and take care of his children living in the seedy side of the New York City. First off, I really love the look of this film. It's like super grainy, and you don't have like a clear point of time that it's filmed in. It's kind of like ambiguous with its time setting, and just the heavy grain mixed with how the Safdies use handheld close-up shots. It kind of just looks great, but not only that, it also kind of cements this almost anxiety-induced style and presentation that really suits the story as well. It helps capture that kind of grimy New York look that I love from certain films, but it also has that Safdie's aesthetic that kind of just impacts the tone of the film and maybe makes things a little bit more exciting than they actually are on screen. The performances here are pretty good across the board, including the two little child actors. They're actually pretty good in this film, which is surprising because normally child actors are terrible, and when you have like a low budget movie like this, you probably wouldn't expect much from them, but pretty good. My biggest problem though is like mainly the pacing of the film, where it wasn't until like halfway through the film that the film finally just kind of clicked for me. That first half I felt like the film was really trying to get its footing, and it just wasn't landing for me. I wasn't that invested, and then the guy does the thing to his children, and then the story gets much more interesting from there on out. And I also realized saying it that way probably indicates some kind of like Jeffrey Epstein style thing, and that's not what happens here. It's not as crazy as that, but it's still like you probably shouldn't do that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it without spoiling it, so you should just watch the movie. I think this one's also on AMC Plus if you want to watch it there. I think that's where it's on streaming wise. But yeah, once the story kind of finds its footing in that like middle act to the back end, I really enjoyed the film a lot. Like I said, that first little act was really, I was really struggling to get there, but when that finally happened and the story picked up and characters started moving more, that was when I was like, yeah, this is really starting to click for me, and I really ended up enjoying the back half of the film for sure. The Safdies also have this really strong... All right, what's up? What's up? We're live. Oh, hold on. Getting a phone call here. Hang on. Be right back.
All right.
As a kid, I was always a fan for some reason or another of the video game adaptations or tie-ins of movies. While I know licensed games are for the most part considered to be majority bad, for me I loved watching the movies and then renting the games afterwards as a kid. Growing up, I thought it'd be fun to examine some of these counterparts a little bit more and see how the game holds up to the film itself. I figured I'd start this series off with one of my personal childhood favorites, Monsters, Inc. and its counterpart, Monsters.
Very good.
Yep, alright. So I guess your audio is rolling the whole time while I was streaming.
Well, they might have only heard a cat purring that's currently sitting in my lap.
Alright, so yeah, we're good. What's up? We are playing some Mirkwood Bat Blade combo once again, and we have the deck creator with us, MOISTMOOSE. You want to say hi, Moist? You want
How's
Moist
it going?
or Moose?
Moose is fine.
Moose, okay. So we have the deck creator with us, so he can teach us how to actually properly play this, probably, and I don't miss as many
A little
lines.
bit. The way I always just try to approach it is how many actions can I make in a turn? Just try to optimize that as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then normally that ends up being good enough, but it just depends on how lucky I get and how much interaction I get.
So first off, what's up, Bull? What's up, WM? So I gotta ask, like, what is your bad matchups with this deck?
So it depends. So when it comes to control, I feel like though I haven't gone against it, gardens might be an issue just because of how much removal they do have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the other night, I do find out that depending on how fast the deck is, if a deck combos out super fast, it's hard to interrupt the combo. Like on this Tuesday, I was playing against Goblin combo,
Mm-hmm.
and if you can interrupt the combo once or twice, you're normally fine. My opponent got lucky and they got 3 draws of first day of class, which was fun for them. So even though I interrupted the combo 2 times, I didn't have a third one. But if you can't interrupt the combo, it's harder to deal with. In general, though, when it comes to decks that you're worse against, it tends to just be things that are faster.
Yeah.
Like if you can't get underneath burn and gain enough health to outlast it, it can be rough.
Yeah,
If
that
somebody
was.
gets a very
I was
I'm
gonna say
sorry,
that was when I played against White Lotus and he was running burn. I just felt like it was like we just couldn't get there. But that was also before Nightblade became a thing.
Yeah, Nightblade helps out a little bit. Like I've won matches versus burn just by getting an early Nightblade out and them wanting to try to burn me and kill me, but if I can just keep things alive and keep going, like I'll end the match with still like over 15 health
So
or 15 life.
actually getting to talk to you, I do want to know how much of a difference is the power level in the deck with Blood Aspirant over Marut? Like, how much better is Marut over Blood Aspirant?
I feel like Marut is such a good card because it literally will win you games just out of nowhere. I've hit people like there's turns when I like games will hit 15 damage in a turn from normal play.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can start out a turn with a Marut and I have a Mirkwood Bats out, it's just normally just over.
Yeah, that's
Because
what I
that's
was
so
like.
many triggers.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Was like, if you have one Mirkwood Bats out and you just do 3 treasure tokens, like that's 9 damage. Like that is crazy.
Yep. And that's not even mentioning you have 3 mana after that as well to do whatever you want with, which could be anything from even Reckoner's bargaining your Marut and killing it, and then getting their life off of that and getting the 2 cards.
Right.
It could literally be anything. So there's just so much you can do with it. I did find that Galblast is such a good card in the deck too. So there's games where I just won off of just drawing a Galblast and winning.
It's such a powerful burn spell. Yeah. So how often are you like? Excuse me. How often are you like trying to interact with your opponent versus just going for the combo kill, like just a straight up burn kill?
It's very match dependent. Things versus combo, like when you're facing like wall combo or goblin combo, things like that is where you want to interact. Because if you can interact at the right times, you can just shut down their combo completely, and that gives you so much more time to work on building yours and building yours up. Like when they go to resolve their first day of class, just if you kill their Scare Prophet and they don't have another one, they're basically screwed at that point.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have it.
Well, you want to get in some games then with it?
Sure, let's get some games on.
Let's say I played this good handful of times. I want to build this in paper. Like I really, really like this deck a lot. It's become like one of my favorite Pauper decks. It is sweet.
It's definitely fun on paper, and you get to verse so much more stuff too, because every story meta is so diverse. Like I've played a version of this deck versus Poison Storm, Rakdos Burn, Elves, Boros, Boros Bounce deck, like literally anything. At this point, I think I've played. The only thing I haven't played is like the newer Terra decks. But
so this hand keepable?
let's see, we got I could be. See, put the Bog main board, huh?
Yeah, we got the one bog main board. That was something I tried last time, and it was okay. I don't know if it's the right call. It might be better to have untapped lands other than Rakdos Canarium, but...
So you could turn 1 Shambling Ghast and a turn 2 Bog, and then have draw power for turn 3.
Yeah.
So this could be keepable, especially since you have the payoff in hand. You have a lot of draw in hand. I would say keep this. Hopefully, we draw more land.
That's what I was thinking.
Like you're risking because you don't have a red source, but if we can draw into a red source, we're mostly fine.
Shambling Gas is such a sweet card. I like it a lot.
It
Like
is.
the
It does
black
give you
sacks.
value. It does help because you can kill 5/5s with it too. Because you just sack it and don't get the treasure with your improvised weapon, you can still kill 5/5s with it.
I didn't think about that. Ah, rude. I'll take the treasure token.
You already remove it, and I'm a little behind you.
Yeah. If you're watching on stream, you're probably like, I don't know.
Lavatar, yeah.
A little bit.
Treasure. I mean, we can always Blood Aspirant turn 2, depending on what we draw.
Drew Blood, big score.
So,
So,
yeah, I'd say Bog and then Blood Aspirant. Because worst comes to worst, if we need to, we can always dispute the Blood Aspirant on turn 3. If we're getting really bad on land draws, or if they try to interact with it.
yeah. I do kind of wonder if they'll try to like bolt it or something beforehand. What's up, Pigeon?
Well, like when I was saying before, like if a burn deck is using their burn on your creatures,
That's good.
yeah, because that means they're losing cards in hand, and they're going 1 for 1, but then they're on top deck mode, which helps out a little bit. You can just hope that they maybe throw down a Swift Spear. Oh, that'll work, yeah.
So now I'm debating on deadly disputing the Volta Whispers. Now will leave us up Reckoner's Bargain.
I think that we play the Volta Whispers, and we just leave it up, and we do it on the end step. Because if they go to bolt our creature, we can deadly dispute the creature instead.
Yep.
That would also give us, if they try to Lava Dart again, it's not any permanent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can do it in response if they try to Lava Dart it again as well. We can stack the Vault Whispers.
You're on Rin Resolve. Yeah, I'd like to find a Nightbleed. That'd be kind of nice. You get a Bolt and a Reckless Impulse. They're going to Needle Drop us.
Did 18, 9, or 17?
Yep.
We're still okay. We're not super danger yet.
Okay, end step, I'm going to Deadly Dispute our Volta Whispers here.
Yeah, especially since they're tapped out. They can't really do anything to us since we got rid of the Lava Spike.
We draw an Unexpected Windfall and a Prize Statue. And our draw for turn is another Deadly Dispute. Okay.
So we could play out the statue and then dispute the statue.
Yeah.
And that'll give our creature big enough to where we don't have to worry about it being bolted anymore.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about doing it right now.
Yeah, I would just do it right now. Just get the card drop. Maybe we can get the other land drop as well.
Do we want to dispute, or do we want a Reckoner's Bargain to gain 2 life? It'd probably be better to hold on Reckoner's Bargain in case they go to bolt the Mirkwood Bats, and we can gain 4 life.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. We want more life. Like, I think the extra token is nice too, because then we have enough to Reckoner's Bargain
Yeah.
our creature if they go to kill it somehow.
Our blood aspirant's a nice 5/5 now.
Yeah, I might even run that in, see if they'll block it or not.
We get another Reckoner's Bargain and a Nightblade.
I mean, that's what we needed is the Nightblade.
Yeah, I kind of wish
we're
we
not
would
on
have gone
land,
land. Yeah, a land over the bargain. We can at least play a Nightblade next turn. Hopefully we'll top deck a land.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just run the aspirant in. Because, like, worst comes worst, they do have a Swift Spear, but they can always just kill the aspirant in response to blocking it. So.
Oh, they have Gutter Snipe. Yikes. Gutter Snipe, and then probably that. What are they? Lightning Bolt here? Yeah, Lightning Bolt to face.
So.
Pigeon says, I think this is my current favorite deck. I tend mostly to play custom brews, so even for decks I pick up from you guys, I try to customize them a bit. This one's just so good. I did the full Nightblade shift some time ago. Also, it's great to see. It was not a bad take. Did get much time to go on Discord lately. Yeah, this is like become one of my favorite decks too. But yeah, 6 damage off of 1 burn spell is really brutal.
Yeah. So we can do 2 things in the next turn. We can either be risky about it and try to big score, getting rid of the windfall, and try to find that other land and then Nightblade, or we can just Nightblade.
We got a land.
Oh, was it a
Vault of Whispers?
A mountain. Vault of Whispers, another swamp. So that gives us at least some more options.
Well, I'm definitely playing the Vault of Whispers.
Yeah, the Vault's definitely playable. I think what we could do is play out the Vault, play the Nightblade, and just hold up Nightblade triggers, and we can always Reckoner's Bargain the Nightblade.
Yeah, that'd be gain.
You just gotta make sure you hold the priority to do the triggers before you stack the Nightblade. Like you do the mana first.
Yeah. So yeah, we play Nightblade.
So let's see. I would not swing with the aspirant at this point. I think the 2 damage might matter. Because if we bargain the, if we end up having to bargain the Nightblade, we go by 5.
So I'm just trying to think.
We can bargain.
Blood aspirant would go to 8. They would lose 2, so that'd be total of 10 damage. Okay, so it's not lethal. I was like, I wonder if we could put them in a situation where they have to block the aspirant or they just die. But I don't think so.
Yeah, not yet, sadly. But if next turn we could windfall, or we could bat, depending.
Well, let's see how crazy their turn's going to be.
Yeah, because they might end up having, understand we can game life off that. They might end up having to bolt the Nightblade, and then we can just Reckoner's Bargain the response.
Yep. They're going to Rin Resolve.
That'll be 3 damage.
Yep. And they're going to find a Lava Dart and a Synthesizer.
What's another 6 damage?
Okay, Lava Dart's going on the stack. So, Lava Dart is presenting 8 damage total just off a Lava Dart because of Gutter Snipe and Flame Breather. So
I think if they go to cast the second Lava Dart, we stack treasure in response and resolve for Reckoner's Bargain.
So you're saying let this stack go through then?
Actually, no. While it's on the stack, we should probably just do it and game the life, so they don't have to chance to in response to us doing it.
That's what I was thinking.
So stack the treasures and then Reckoner's Bargain the Nightblade. And then hopefully we'll find something to...
in response, needle dropping us.
I mean, that's the best we can do.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any way we get out of this alive. Let's find out.
Yeah, just stack the other treasure in response we gain one more life, and then cast the Ren's Resolve.
The problem is that lava dart.
Or well, the lava dart's not in the graveyard, so they can't flash it back yet.
No, but they can after this all stacks through, and that's another 4 damage. I mean, 7.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 4 damage. So they got us on the flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got us on the flashback with lava dart.
Yep. That'll happen, sadly.
Yep.
We had it.
Weather.
Yeah, next game we can definitely weather, and then I would take out the aspirant because I feel like it's not progressing the game plan specifically versus burn.
No.
When it comes to my deck, what I normally do is
so much for subscribing. Sorry, what?
My flex spots are normally Marut, and the improvised clubs are my go-to flex spots.
Yeah.
And then as well as the Windfall's a flex slot for me, so I have 5 flex slots total.
So, my opinion, we went out the blood aspirants. I would keep the improvised clubs to try to deal with some of their pingers.
You could, yeah. That's a good idea.
So I would want to cut the unexpected windfall for me.
Yeah, cut the unexpected windfall.
And then
that's
is there any argument for like probably not for a sulfurous blast? I don't want to deal 3 damage to us too.
It makes it harder, but when it comes to it, sulfurous blast is still good for our game plan. That it's hard not to have just a singleton in the sideboard. Yeah, I think just bringing in the 3 weathers and then holding those up whenever we can.
Yep.
Because they're Pinger Storm, which means weather is so much better versus them.
Mm-hmm. I would like to go first. Yeah, if this is Kodatha, hey, this is like a hand that's keepable.
What do we have? We can't see it yet.
Yeah, if there was like, the Kodatha, the sulfurous blast would be pretty good, but.
Oh yeah, that's a very keepable hand. This is a very fast hand for us. That's going to be a turn 1 Sulfur, turn 2 Fireweaver. Probably even turn 3 Fireweaver if we can get away with it, and then turn 4 Deadly Dispute the Sulfur.
That's what I would like to do, but let's see what our opponent allows us to do. I guess is like the question.
Yeah, this on turn 3, before you play the second archetype land, make sure you play out the second Fireweaver first. We get double damage.
Seal of Fire. That's interesting.
I don't even know what that card does.
Sacrifice, it deals 2 damage to any target. Wonder why Seal of Fire.
2 damage. 1 drop. I mean, it's damage on board.
Another
Once you
Piffler.
resolve it, you can't counter it.
Fully top decked.
I would say definitely play the
Fireweaver.
Yeah, play the Fireweaver. I would play the Furnace. I don't know.
Yeah, I played the Furnace out.
Just so we have 2 red sources out, just in case they just have
Cast in a Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I doubt they would bring in Cast in a Fire, but who knows? I have Smash Smithereens. Smash Smithereens is common, right?
Yeah, they're both pretty common to see. I think he just knows that if he goes to kill the Pilfer, that he'll end up hitting himself for 1. So I don't think he's gonna probably kill him. He might just disappear.
Double mana off a Ren Resolve is sweet for us.
Yes, it is.
All right, so
gotta love the whiff. Because yeah, that means they literally whiff. They only get 1 of those.
Another Piffler.
So I think, so I'm gonna, yeah, just play out the Fire Weaver and then play out the Piffler, and then attack with both the Fire Weaver and the Piffler.
Well, I can't. So my problem is this is the Vault of Whispers.
Yeah, we still have 2 red forces, so play out another Fire Weaver.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I gotta tap. That's where I'm like trying to figure out. I guess we could just play.
I think it's still optimal to have 2 Pifflers out. So I think just play out the land, hit them 1 damage.
Yeah, not
and
be
then
as
have the
greedy
other
with
Piffler.
2. Yeah, 2 reckless.
Because then we have 2 different responses for Deadly Dispute as well.
I would just
There's 2 targets for Deadly Dispute.
Do you think just to like, should we respect Smash the Smithereens enough to like not tap down for Deadly Dispute?
I mean, we're gonna have the event. We're gonna eventually have the mana anyway, because we're gonna have to deal with the Pifflers.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think it's a big deal. So yeah, I'd just play out the Fire Weaver, then play out the other Pilfer, and just swing in for 2. Gets him to 16.
Lotus, it's MOISTMOOSE. He's in the call. They're going through this. They're talking about sticky fingers. Have you ever thought about sticky fingers for the deck?
I have not. I saw someone using it in another video. Let me look at the card.
There's Gutter Snipe.
I mean, that's not the worst, because I mean, at this point we're out damaging them. Because they're using a lot of their cards on card draw and then playing out pieces.
Okay, Rakdos Canary.
My only issue was, so I would, I think in this, so you swing to see if they're gonna swing with both Pifflers to see if they're going to block one.
Yeah, I doubt they
and
do.
Then I would dispute the other one if they do block it. So then we get the retreasure.
Well, I think they're debating it. Nope, no blocks. Okay, so
right. Then yeah, then I would just dispute the one of the Pilfers, picking up the Vault of Whispers.
Yep.
With the Canarium, and then playing out the third Piffler.
I was wanting to see what we draw first.
That's true, yeah.
Double
we
bats.
Do draw runs.
Yeah,
double bats is good.
Alright, well, Canarium, pick up, Vault, and Piff. And pass.
Yeah, because next turn we can just bat and then start resolving things more. We get bats and then next turn Encore Piffler.
They're gonna Rin Resolve. I'd love to find a Weather the Storm here.
It would be good right now.
Find Lightning Bolt and Flame Breather. I imagine one of these bolts will come to one of the Reckless's faces, I'd imagine.
That'd be good for us, because then that means we don't have a bolt for the bats.
Why not swing all?
Probably just
David Royale wants to know. I think it's because we don't want to take any damage from the crackback.
Yeah, they could. We haven't seen Swift Spear yet, but they could still have Swift Spear.
Part of me wants to send this Chain Lightning back to
as
them.
well as if they do block, they could always just use a Needle Drop to kill her.
Should we Chain Lightning away this Gutter Snipe?
We should Chain Lightning away the Gutter Snipe, actually. It's a really good play on our part. Because they don't have mana to send it back. We should punish them for playing Chain Lightning right now. Because that takes away a bunch of damage off their field. And then it gives us a free attack next turn for 4.
Yep. They're going to seal a
I think
fire us? Sure.
that's fine.
Seal of Fire is a weird choice, in my opinion.
I think it's just a way to represent just more damage on board.
Okay, we get
It is a weird choice,
Swamp.
Yeah, I think we just play the
Bats.
play the Vault, and then swing in for 4. Because they're definitely going to try to kill the Bats next turn. Actually, one second, let me think.
Well, they have 3 mana, so if they go Flame Breather, Lightning Bolt us, I guess they could have another land.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, we wouldn't have won last this turn with the Encore. But next turn, if we Encore, we just win.
Yeah, this was about to say, if we just play Encore, we win.
Yeah, especially if they don't play out a creature.
I think we just win. Yeah, I think we just win. There's the Flame Breather.
Flame Breather and then Bolt us.
Okay, they just scoop. They scoop it up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run it back. I don't think there's any.
Yeah, it seems like a good run back.
Anything I want to change here?
Yeah, no, it seems pretty simple. If we get a weather in any of our hands, I think we're just good.
Yeah. But yeah, David.
We just stop so much of the damage.
David, that's why we didn't swing away. We just didn't want to crack back. Sorry.
No, you're good. And then, like I said, I think they might even cut. Like, if I was them, I might just cut Chain Lightning from their board, because the fact that we can send it back is just murderous to their plan.
I mean, I don't. This is a pretty slow hand.
Let's see if it pops up.
But we can Reckoner the prize statue. I mean, we have so much
draw power. It is a slower
power.
hand, but we can Reckoner the prize statue, and we can Bog on turn 3 to get rid of any of their Lava Darts they cast early game.
Yeah, I think it's keepable.
I think this is keepable.
It's just kind of
we're gonna start
slow.
getting away. It is slower, but we can also Reckoner's Bargain again, or just dispute again, depending on what we have.
Yeah.
Away like a treasure.
Oh, they mulled in 4. They're down to 4. Sweet.
I mean, that's good for us.
Yeah.
So any kind of life gain is going to be super big for us this game. So yeah, I would start out with the Swamp and then play the Furnace and then get rid of the prize statue with the Bargain. We're going to be down. We're not going to get a full treasure out of it, like the extra treasure. But I think it's worth getting the health.
I think so too, especially on all to 4.
Specifically. Oh yeah, definitely.
I think in most matchups it's Deadly Dispute, but yeah, in this one, ooh, Nightblade off the top. Okay.
Oh, that's really good for us. That means we can turn 3 Nightblade.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna lead on Swamp and pass.
Yeah, this is a really good hand for us now that we have the Nightblade out. If we find any more dispute targets or bargain targets, I think we're just set.
I still feel like Burn is maybe not a matchup, though, you really want to sit down across from that much, you know?
It's not great, but it's still winnable. You just have to pick your targets very selectively in how you play it. I think the bargains are really good versus Burn.
So their Rin Resolve hits Synthesizer and Flame Jab.
What is Flame Jab? Jesus.
Deals 1 damage to any target.
That's fine, actually.
We get a Gal Blast off the top.
This is actually really good for us.
I'm just
just stick with the plan. Just to price statue it out.
Yep.
And then
next turn we'll Nightblade.
Yeah, I mean, it'd
be better if we draw an untap land, but
yeah, I think it's good. Like we could at this point we could also Gal Blast something big happens.
Yep.
With the extra mana. But it would only deal 2.
But it kills like Gutter Snipe and stuff, which I think is the more problematic card.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing we could do. Is if there was a Gutter Snipe, I think we'd try to kill it. But if not, then just let it ride.
White Lotus said the opponent needs some burn lessons and deck design assistance.
Yeah, it's not a. I think he wants to go all in on the on the pinger.
Yeah, I think he's all in on the gutter snipe. Which if I wonder if he's running like gut shots, because Raging Bull said Flame Jab seems like gut shot's little cousin, and it's like I kind of wonder if like he isn't trying to like run like gut shots and stuff to really get like the most out of gutter snipe in a turn.
Yeah, I think that's what you'd have to end up doing. Just hit 2 for 1,
right.
which isn't a huge
We
deal.
top deck Morkwood Bats. So
I think we still.
I hate to play this
bargain.
Bajuka Bog now, but do we just bargain statue maybe?
Let's bargain statue, see what we get. And then I think next turn we're gonna Nadir Nightblade, depending on what we draw. But I think getting the 2 life now gets us above. Resistance are so low when it comes to hand.
We draw another Nightblade and a Deadly Dispute.
I mean, that's pretty good for us. I think, yeah, next turn, just play the Bog now. It sucks, but
yeah,
we have 2 treasures next turn. We can literally free cast the near Nightblade next turn with 2 mana open.
Hopefully we top deck a land that's untapped. It's an untapped land. What do you think about Bajuka Bog in the deck? You think it's worth it, or do you think it'd be better if it's untapped?
I think it's okay to have it as a one-of. I think if any more, it might be rough, because then you're running 4-tap ones, which I think might be a little rough.
Yeah. Double land off their Reckless.
That's really good for us.
Gut Shot, Gutter Snipe, Mutagenic Growth, Gutter Snipe, go Jund and snuff out with Gutter Snipe. Maybe, like a Gutter Snipe like control deck.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just passing the turn.
Passing the turn with 2 mana.
And we get a big score.
Yeah, I would try to resolve a Nightblade, because worst comes to worst, they just bolt the Nightblade down. And then we just play another Nightblade the next turn. Or we could
I think if they go to bolt it, I'm going to bargain it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it would suck to not have an extra or enough mana to big score. But I think getting the life in this matchup is so important.
Mm-hmm. Especially considering we have another Nightblade that we can. There's Gutter Snipe. So next turn we can just Gal Blast. They're gonna Chain Lightning target our Gutter Snipe. I mean our Nightblade.
So what we want to do is we want to. I think in this case we just want to stack it in response. So I think we get better out of game. Actually, we could kill their Gutter Snipe in response too. But they could get 2 more damage out of it because they have 1 mana floating. But they only have 1 card in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill the Gutter Snipe.
Do you want to Chain Lightning it or Gal Blast it?
I think we should Gal Blast it because they could send it back if they can make mana somehow. Like, let's I don't know. I doubt they have a ritual. You never know.
Yeah.
And that way we can still have the mana for a turn, 2 turns away to big score as well. So I'll just Gal Blast for 2. Just kill it.
They did have something in response. Lava Dart. Okay. Wonder if they'll flashback Lava Dart then before it's dead.
They could just try to get all the damage out.
They have like a ton of mana. Yeah, they are going to. I'll say they have like a ton of mana. I don't see why not. You know? But
yeah, they need all the cards they can because they're currently top decking. So
yeah, and we have a handful of gas, so it's annoying, but whatever. All right, our turn. Land. So I think we just play Nightblade, hold up, bargain, or dispute.
I think that's the way to go, yeah. Because yeah, now that we have 4 lands, it makes it way easier. So we can without a treasure can big score.
Gutter Snipe's best
yeah,
with Rite of Flame, Dark Ritual, Mana Produce, and Storm Out. True. I'm surprised there's not been a Storm combo deck that's come out of Gutter Snipe yet.
Calipass tried one. It just wasn't consistent enough.
He loves his Storm. he really tries to make a lot of different like Storm variations, that's for sure.
And the fact that he has to stack the bargain, that's really good for us, because that means he literally has nothing in hand. And he gets a mountain off of it.
Alright, so I'm going to... They're at 19, so do we want to set up Mirkwood Bats, or we just want a big score here?
I think right now, for first thing we should do, we should pick up that. We should tap out the bog and pick it back up with whatever we do, because we can rebog again.
I agree. That was going to be part of the step plan, but I'm just trying to figure out if we want to like set the board up.
I think we bat, because that makes them do 2 different cards.
Say that again.
Like I think we bat, so that means they have to deal with 2 different creatures.
Yeah.
Because they can bolt one of them, but they only have 1 card in hand, which I'm assuming is a land because they didn't play it. I mean, they could instep it, but and then we can block with so many. I would probably block with this point of bats more than a.
Yeah, if we can block, I'm gonna block with the bat.
So that way they have to trade for it, or they have to bolt it so they don't lose their creature.
But I doubt they attack unless they have like a 1-drop, you know. All right.
Yeah, because we can just resolve it. I would resolve a big score, discarding the dispute, probably. One of the disputes.
Probably the Vault of Whispers. That's what we just top decked.
Oh, we just drew one? Yeah, I would get rid of the Vault of Whispers. See what they do to a bog first. See if they force out the sack land.
So you may bog in then? Now?
Yeah, I would just bog now to see if we can force it into use the
alright. So big score, pitch to Volt. Let's do 1,000,000 damage.
Because then we can just there's so many things we can do off of the big score too. We have so much mana to work with.
I got a Reckless Fireweaver. I think I'm just gonna play out the Fireweaver. And then we can hold up Dispute or Reckoner's Bargain.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the way to go.
We get to gain a life off of Nightblade.
Because then if we Reckoner's Bargain and whatever they target, we're going to gain so much life. I think we just put us out of range of them.
I think I'm going to attack with the bat too.
Yeah, attack with the bat because it flies in the air, and we have 2 blockers still.
2 blockers that would completely trade off with the Samurai token and not even be flinched.
Yeah, it just depends on whether or not they end up having. Like I said, I think they can't have anything in hand to kill us because they would have probably used it already.
They have definitely flooded out. All right, let's top deck. Shambling Ghast? Hell yeah.
That's a really good. We can just
Deadly Dispute it right
I
away.
would just dispute it. Yep.
Create a treasure, burn them for like 1,000,000.
Yeah, that's really good for us.
I know, that's why I saw that and I was like, hell yeah, like let's go.
Because that'll just burn them for 4, and we can burn them for another 4.
And we draw Gal Blast and a mountain off of that. Can that be lethal?
Let's see, that takes them to.
Because if we bargain, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. So
yeah,
I'm gonna.
I would Gal Blast and then stack all our treasure.
Oh yeah, because of Nightblade. I was gonna Deadly Dispute again, but yeah, we just. This is too mathy for me. You know what I mean? I was more of a history and writing student. All right, they just scoop it. Cool.
Yeah. Yep, they end up splitting out, which is, like I said, that's the issue with burn. If we can just get underneath burn, we're pretty.
That was like a really grindy burn match. That was
yeah.
weird.
But I'm not 100% sure what they're trying to do with some of those card choices, but some of them, I think they just want to be all in on the Gutter Snipe, which is weird because why are they playing the enchantment?
Yeah, I'm going to bottom this. I mean, mulligan this. Our only
I think
land's
it's good.
Canarium, so it's basically a no land hand.
Oh yeah, that's no ender.
No lander. All right, let's go to 5.
Yeah, 5's probably
Oh
what
my
we get
god,
on 5.
it's the same hand we had as our opener. It literally just gave us the
Going to
same.
4.
Yikes.
That'll happen sometimes. Luckily, we can draw out of those.
All right, do we go to 3?
I haven't seen the hand yet for 3.
It's pretty bad. Oh, I'm blown out. I need to fix my webcam.
So it's a rough hand.
It is a very rough hand.
If we go to 3, we have to keep a 2-lander. If it leads with this, we can play out an early game Gals Blast to try to stop them a little bit, and if we have to take a land, we're fine. I think we want to get rid of the Windfall, the Improvised Club,
And probably the bats.
and the Bats, yeah.
All right.
Keep the Fire Weaver. Because I really don't want to go down to 3, because 3 is such a rough. Like 4 we can at least draw out of. I
Yeah.
feel like we can't draw out of 3. That is the issue with running 17 lands.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes this will happen.
Lotus says keep and pray for solid draws. I'm also like
That's
the
pretty
king
nice.
of bad variants too. So what is this thing? Okay, that's interesting. We top deck big score.
Not a great opening hand. No, they're probably playing, if there's Flames, they could either be on. What is that?
Yeah, this Wall Rune Enforcer, I'm not entirely sure what this is.
They might be playing some sort of.
It's gotta be some kind of white weenie deck, right?
Either White
Sentinel
Weenie
Eyes.
or it could be some sort of heroic pile.
Alright, I'm gonna Gal Blast that in response to Sentinel Eyes.
Yeah, just get rid of it. There's a little bit of interaction at least.
What's the escape on that? Just 1? Damn, I didn't realize. There's Healer's Hawk.
I mean, they can't escape the walls on the stack, so it's good for us. Like I said, I think they're on either on a white weenie pile or some sort of
Heroic is she.
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this deck.
Is this the one that Propaganda was playing?
I think so. That's the only person I've seen play Healing Hawk. Yeah, I think we just keep them off of their
Yikes.
their creatures as long as we can.
I think I'm gonna Gal Blast. I think I'm gonna Gal Blast that 3/1 out of existence.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's a bargain.
Yeah, sadly, I think we might just lose this one off of the bad draws.
Yeah, bad variants. What's your record with this deck overall?
It depends on which version. Right now, I'm back to being even with 4 and no, I'm 5 and 4.
5 and 4.
But that was because I had, like I said, really bad luck versus the Goblin combo deck. I'm having it 3 times. Oh, he's playing this deck. Okay. This is like a white weenie variant that uses Chimera as a payoff.
All right. Well, we're not finding our second land, so we might be able to hide what we're doing, though.
Yeah, at this point, I think we just scoop and so we save information, and then we might just want to play to see what other cards they have. Yeah, I think what I want to say is I think they're playing some sort of white weenie pile that uses Chimera as a payoff.
That's what it kind of feels like. So Sulphurous Blast is probably going to be halfway decent.
Oh yeah, that's going to be definitely in this one. Would be Sulphurous Blast.
What is this
What's
thing?
the name of the Chimera so I can look it up real quick?
Daybreak Chimera. They're out of hands. We get a Piffler, but I don't think I want to show them that. I think I'm just going to scoop.
Yeah, I would just scoop and then.
Sulphurous
Because we could.
Blast.
Yeah, like we could dig our way out of it, but it'd be hard.
Is Sulphurous Blast all we want?
Hmm.
So it looks like they have a lot of flyers. Because like maybe we could bring in Warren Weirding to make a couple of Goblin tokens off of Piffler.
Yeah, we could. It's always more removal. Did they show anything bigger than a 3/3?
No, they didn't.
Yeah, I think it might be better to take in the Warren Weirding, and then maybe take out the Blood Aspirants,
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do.
and then the Windfall, and then one Improvised Club.
Well, are we bringing in? How many Warren Weirdings are we bringing? Are we bringing all 3 of them in?
Yeah, I just think having more removals is good.
Yeah, because they're probably not going to get goblins, right?
Yeah, they are white. They don't have any goblins.
Lotus wants to know if you play any MTGO. Someone hop in the Discord chat?
Somebody just did. Yeah, I just heard it.
Oh, Lotus did. What's up, Lotus?
I do not play any MTGO because I do not have a
Bye, Lotus.
working computer that has MTGO playable on it.
Understandable.
But I do play a decent amount of Paper. I tend to. There's a big tournament I always travel to. Like that's where I met Kelly Kaiser. He goes to that one as well. And then I play locally at a game shop that has pretty consistent players. Normally like 4 to 8 players every week, which has been nice.
Nice. This hand I'm debating because we do have Piffler.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, we can just block with a Piffler and then try to go from there. But it's risky, but I mean, we have ways to make mana.
I'm going to keep
So
it.
I think it's going to be worth it, yeah.
Bull says 18 lands with 2 crew lands seems kind of risky, but I understand the 8 treasure making 1-drops can fix 1 land hand. Yeah, I don't feel like mana's much of an issue with this deck. I think 18's fine for lands, especially with the amount of draw too you have.
Yeah, the issue when I was originally on 20, and I was on 20 on tap lands, and I just flooded out so much.
Yeah, I think that was the original list I ran. Also, Lotus, did you want to jump in the Discord call? Because I saw you pop in for a second. Well, unfortunately, a 1/1 lifelinker Piffler doesn't block for. Oh, top deck of land. There we go.
Almost like he never didn't have it.
Right. I think I'm going to lead in with probably Reckless Fireweaver over Shambling Ghast here.
Yeah, I'd do Reckless Fireweaver and then hit in for 1. Actually, no, they didn't attack, so yeah, just Reckless Fireweaver and pass. Because either they attack us, gain 1, and then we can hit them for 2 next turn, or they have to hold up the block. And then the next turn, if they don't kill our goblin somehow, we can Warm Metering ourselves, get a treasure token, hit them for 1, and then swing it for 2.
Also, Lotus says he just popped in by accident. If I sound weird or if I'm sniffling a lot or coughing, I do apologize. My sinuses have been killing me today.
Like, I would like to have the Knife Blade out at some point.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when the weirding tokens die, because unlike the bats, the tokens can just die for the Knife Blade, which is nice. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm thinking about where and wielding our Piff. Oh, okay. Nope, we just top deck.
A 3rd land?
Yep, 3rd land for Nightblade.
Yeah, I think they're just going to try to outpace us with the lifelink, but I don't think they're going to get there. Yeah, I would Nightblade and then just swing in for 2. Because we can at least keep them. We can outpace them as long as they don't have another creature come out with lifelink.
I'm just leery of like Journey to Nowhere. Card's gonna
Journey's
be annoying.
fine. Not the worst thing. Like, if they 2-mana Journey next turn, that's them not playing a creature.
Yeah, I mean that is true.
And then we can swing in with 2 tokens next turn. We hit them for 4, 5 next turn. If they don't play another creature.
In comes in the burb.
Another burb.
Yep.
That's actually fine because we can trade with the burb.
Okay, they're Indomitable Willing here. Give it +1/+2.
Mm.
So do we Warden Wielding them then to get rid of their enchantment
I
too?
think so, yeah. We get rid of the enchantment.
Ooh, we draw another land for big score. That's gonna be nice.
That's really good because we can big score and then Warren Wielding. Yeah, I think we Warren Wielding them to get rid of the enchantment.
Okay, so we're gonna big score away our poor little shambling gas, but
yeah,
it is.
but I think it's definitely worth it.
I like Warren Wielding too, being like basically what am I trying to say?
A flexible piece of tech.
What's that?
It's just a very flexible piece of tech that we can run.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like the Warren Wielding because it's flexible for the deck, but I also like it because it doesn't target the creature.
We have the Improvised Club. What we could do is we could cast the Improvised Club, killing their creature, stacking the Piffler.
I like Warren Wielding in case they have like an Apostle's Blessing or something to give it protection.
That's true. Yeah, that's actually probably a good idea. Yeah, to stack it. And make him stack it, yeah. And we can always Improvise Club the prize statue next turn.
This is my favorite reaction when I play a card, and that is when it goes on the stack and it stays on the stack for a while because they're like, "What is this?"
Yeah, you don't know what this call does.
Yeah, that's always my favorite reaction, to have the long stack pause.
Especially with a card with that much text.
I actually really like this Warren Wielding over Chainer's Edict in this deck.
Because we want to do, like, we can always flashback Chainers, but that's so much mana. And if we're casting that much mana, like, I haven't bought it in paper yet, but I feel like it's going to be the next upgrade I make to the deck.
Yeah, I think if I go to build... I want to build this in paper. I'm going to Star City, Columbus. Well, I think we're going anyway. I'm not entirely sure. And I kind of want to do one of the Pauper side events. And if I do, I'm leaning toward this or Monstertron. But I would have to build this in paper. I don't have most of this in paper. I have most of Monstertron.
Yeah. It's a pretty cheap deck in paper.
Yeah, I blinged it out like when I was looking at TCG Player to see like how much it would be if I got like the, you know, the alt arts and bling and everything. It was like only like $70. So except for Reckless Fireweaver, like foil Reckless Fireweaver is like $5 a piece. So I was like, screw that. I'll just buy the 25-cent non-foils.
Yeah. When I was originally building the deck, the place that I went to only had... I was buying most of the deck to pick up when I got there.
Mm-hmm.
They only had German Gallop Blast, and they were $10 each.
Damn.
So I had to... I ended up going to a different card shop in my area to buy 4 Gallop Blasts. What is that, a 5/5?
Yeah, 2/5.
2/5? It's annoying we can't kill with club anymore, but we could always run something into it, see if they'll block it.
I'm gonna run Piffler into it.
I would run yeah, you can run Piffler into it, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, play out the prize statue and then swing all out, see if they block one.
I moved into combat before I did anything, but yeah, I'm sending Piffler in. Because we do have improvised club, so like that's a lot of damage if we want to sack Price Statue for improvised club.
Yeah.
Because Price Statue is going to deal 2 damage with Fireweaver.
Well, let me see. Let me think real quick.
They did not
You
block.
have 4 mana up after the. I'm just trying to think if there might be a way to. If there's a way to win. Yeah, I think you just Price Statue here and then hold up the improvised club. So I think we're either going to end-step improvised club them to the face if they don't attack, or if they do attack, just kill the creature.
We can't kill the creature because it's an X5.
Well, if they attack, then we block.
Oh, I guess, yeah, we could block. I don't imagine they attack unless they give it some kind of life link or another, like, buffer. You know?
That's true. What we could always do as well is it sucks, but we could block the creature and then we could improvise club our own creature away. We hit them in the face.
Yeah.
So that way the lifelink doesn't deal damage to us and they don't gain health.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with Piffler there. Maybe we should have held that back.
Yeah, it's either or. It's a rough situation.
Okay, it's getting Sitting-wise, which is not that scary yet. Uh-oh. I just got a thing saying OBS disconnected, but seems to be fine. Stream okay?
Yes, are they attacking? Is this
Yeah,
only so it's a 3/6?
Yep.
I'm
just gonna let it hit us.
Yeah, they don't have lifelink. I just think they just let us hit it, and then
Yeah.
because we could
Lost my headphone.
encore back. We have Piffler in the graveyard, right?
No, we do not have a
do we
Piffler
not?
in the graveyard.
We could swing with the Piffler, wait to see if they kill it, and response, improvise club the Piffler, or now let's see what we draw.
We draw a Price Statue.
Another Price Statue. Well, we could definitely win this turn then.
So, Price Statue to take him down to 9. Double Treasure Token takes him down to 9. Takes him down
7.
to 7. Improvise Club.
And then we can get 2
Price
Piffler creatures this
Statue.
turn as well.
We get what?
We can kill the Piffler, get a treasure, encore the Piffler.
Oh, we can
do
encore
more.
too this turn? Holy shit. Okay.
Because we have, let me see how much mana we have. We'll have 4. Let's see. We might be able to do both.
Um.
Let me see. We have 5 mana left. We can encore the Piffler. So if we spend 2, we get 1 back. So yeah, we could hit them in the face for 4. Yeah, we can do that. I think that'll kill them.
So 1, 2. Hold
math.
on.
Let me just do the math.
1, 2.
So
4. So that'd be 6 damage. They go to 3. We get a token from the Piffler. Yeah, that's lethal.
yeah, I think we just do it in the main step too. Because if they block, don't block 2. So just do a main phase, go to combat, and make them block it, and then it just resolves quicker.
Oh, well, I've already started.
Fine, yeah.
I saw the blood in the water, and I was like, I'm going for it.
No, you do it before they attack. Because if they block, it's the same result. Yeah, we're just gonna improvise club the Piffler to face.
Take him to 3. 2. Take him to 2.
And then, and then encore the
encore
Piffler, and that'll just be a win.
I'm just gonna move.
They have to block it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move to my main combat 2 to Piffler.
Yeah, that's fair.
Take him down to 1. Piffler. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, so we don't even get the Reckless Fireweaver kill. We get the Nightblade kill off of Piffler.
Yep.
Actually, I could have stacked that so we would have got the Reckless Fireweaver kill if we wanted. All right.
Either way.
Just run it back, I think.
Yeah, I think this would just run it back because we have the more removal now to deal with their creatures. I think that's just the best way we can do it.
I guess there could have been an argument for getting rid of the one improvised club and bringing in one cast into fire, but
there could have been. I feel like that's better. So we have
this is
no turn 1 or turn 2, but we have a lot of gas. I think we keep this and just play it slow because they're a slower deck as well.
This is when they kill us like turn 3.
Yeah, I mean, this hand, if we can just, because they don't have a lot of removal, so we can just sit on all of our stuff.
And we get a big score off the top.
Oh yeah, this is definitely, so yeah, just play out the furnace. Hopefully we can turn to get a swamp and then play out the club, play out the gas, and then bounce back a land turn 3.
Raging Bull says maybe a single Mastro's Theater to make 19 lands. I'm just worried about bad mulligans. And then White Lotus says he likes to co-commentary stream. Moist seems very analytical, very calm and patient.
Once again, glad you guys like my commentary. It's funny, the reason why when I went to build this deck, I was just thinking of ways to use the bats. I originally thought about it. And I was in Kelly Kai's chat talking about it, and we were like, well, there's a couple of decks that could use it. There's not a lot of decks that can actually that need it. The only deck that is in the current form that needed it was Ultratron.
Yeah.
Who could play it and then win on their game by the CTVs with their infinite tokens. But when it comes to them actually, that's just a 2/4.
Yeah, but it's an enchantment creature.
Something.
So we top deck Nightblade. So I think I'm just gonna play Nightblade here.
So what we could do,
or we could play Prize Statue and Shambling Ghast.
What we could do is we could Prize Statue into Gallivlasting their one creature. And just killing it.
That is also something we could do. I like that play better. Because we could Nightblade or we could Statue and Shambling Ghast.
Because I have a feeling that they have a Chimera in their hand, and they want to cast it for 3. So we kill the creature that brings their devotion down, and they can't cast their Chimera next turn.
Yeah, I'm down with commentary streams. Sorry, I'm replying to the chat.
And that gives us a chance to Shambling Ghast next turn into a in-step Deadly Dispute. Actually, I would Shambling Ghast and just hold it, and then play a bat.
We're playing the Vampire, the 3/1 Vampire.
Let's see. Well, so what I would actually do in this case is we can play out the gas,
Deadly Dispute it and kill it,
and kill the. Yep, we can kill it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Play out the gas.
Damn, I was hoping we have enough mana for the Fireweaver too, but I don't think we do.
Yeah, we can end step. We can end of all that Fireweaver. But yeah, I would just play out the gas and then Deadly Dispute it.
I gotta do it now because.
Yeah, and then after that we can play out the Weaver. Make it black. So this is the one case where you actually want to do the 1/1.
Yeah. No protection spell. Q. And we draw a Deadly Dispute and Piffler. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think we run out the Fireweaver.
Yeah.
And then we can dispute the
Piffler.
Prize Statue next turn. And then we can play out the Piffler.
I guess, yeah, we could do that too.
When it comes to getting rid of things, I like getting rid of the Prize Statue first because we can't do anything with those except sack them.
No, yeah, that's true. Well, there's the Daybreak Chimera.
Yeah, that's what I figured. They had to have it in hand.
So we draw another Deadly Dispute. So we can lead with Deadly Dispute, Prize Statue.
I
I wish we had.
And that'll get us 2 treasure. If we draw land, we can into your Nightblade.
Yeah, that's true.
And then after that, we can do your Nightblade in general. But if we draw land into your Nightblade, that'd be great for us.
We did draw a land, but it's Rakdos Canarium.
That's actually not the worst. So I would play out the Nightblade and then bounce the artifact land.
We want to do Nightblade now?
I think so, because that way we can just start swinging in. If they attack, we can start swinging in for 2, and we can start gaining life as well. We could also, there's an argument to just kill the Chimera. Actually, we should probably just kill the Chimera.
So
attack the treasure.
We could. Okay, so we're gonna improvise the Chimera.
Yeah, with sacrificing the treasure.
Okay.
Actually, no.
We could play Piffler and improvise.
Yeah, sacrifice the Piffler. That way we get an extra treasure out of it, and we get an extra ETB.
Because we can also tap down the Great Furnace and pick it up with Rakdos Canarium.
We can, yep, that is good. Yeah, so I would pick that up, and then, yeah, just improvise Club the Piffler and kill the Chimera.
I like their take on White Weenie. It's definitely pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've seen variants of this deck. I think it's just called, it's actually just called Daybreak Chimera, the actual card, like the deck list.
Mm-hmm.
It's just based around getting as much devotion as possible and just playing your Chimeras for 2.
We're going to have 6 mana next turn. I think I'm just going to play Mirkwood Bats over the Nightblade.
Yeah, definitely.
Ramp up our... Because then we can follow it up with Big Score. And we have enough mana to hold up Deadly Dispute if need be.
Let's see what we draw as well.
We drew a mountain, yeah.
So, yeah, I think if we play out a Bats,
hold up Deadly Dispute.
And then next turn we could Nightblade into a Big Score, which would be huge.
Okay, they're going to raise the alarm.
That makes sense. Get 2 1/1s. I guess block is one of
them. Double block?
I don't think they have removal.
Might have a pump spell?
They could have a pump spell, which is not the biggest deal.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm probably just going to Deadly Dispute this this Reckless Weaver then.
Yeah, Deadly Dispute the Weaver. That'll give us 2 triggers. Eventually with the Bats. And then they... Because it's going to die anyways, we might as well just sack it and get the treasures. Get the cards.
Why the double block if only one creature gets +2/+2? We got Warren Weirding, and Piffler. That is interesting.
I think we play out the Piffler for the treasure token.
I think so too. Because we have the Warren Wielding that we can sack the Piffler to and just make a ton of tokens.
Yeah. Make 2 tokens, and then with Nightblade out, that's huge, and with Bats out. Like, we won't get the sack triggers off the Bats if they die, but we'll get them off the Nightblade, which is good, and we have a land next turn as well. We can do that all next turn.
I mean, we have enough mana right now to do it all. We just can't Big Score off of it.
Yeah.
I might hold this, depending on what we draw, you might be a good idea to just hold this mountain for a Big Score target the follow-up turn.
Yeah, it all depends on what we draw.
I guess it depends on what they do, too.
Yeah, with Big Score in hand, it's hard to go down to 1 card. So you don't want to be sitting with 1 card.
Okay. They're going to get rid of their Bats this turn.
They would have to want to. I think they might not want to fly. Oh, they're gonna exile it. Okay. It's a lot of mana to do that.
Yeah.
I think you let them attack.
I don't even think I block here.
Yeah, I would just let them swing through for 1. Because then we can swing through for 2 next turn after we Nightblade.
Say they only have 1 card anyway in hand. We have we have a piece of candy. We get double Nightblade here.
Yeah, I think the play here is the double Nightblade. That way we have 2 ways to do it.
What I really like about this deck is the fact that every creature is a threat without being like inherently a threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have to. If they use remove on 1 piece, you have at least to replace it.
Yeah. Yeah, David, if you want to get next match, we can get next match.
Yeah, and I think next turn we're going to big score away whatever we draw, and then we're going to weirding the Pilfer after we attack with it to see if we can get them debated out.
Let's see what they get with this Heliod's Pilgrim here.
Because the thing is, too, is so you can weirding the Pilfer token as well.
Tapped tower. Tank creature without flying. Can't. Okay. Not that big of a deal. It's an 18-piece Tupperware set made strong and sturdy, but pieces get lost easily. Yeah, I don't care. This can't attack or block that much.
I mean, they're trying to get any way to get through on us, which is something I can guess I can see. Let's see what we draw.
Another big score.
So I think we get rid of the big score, the second big score with the first big score.
Yeah.
Just make sure you leave a black source up when you tap for the Warren weirding.
Alright, big score, pitch big score. Make us some treasures. We get a Reckless Fireweaver and a land.
So we can
and they
play out
scoop.
the Fireweaver. Did they scoop? Oh.
Yep. David Royale, throw up a buddies only.
Yeah, I've seen that before. They have a little bit of removal, but a lot of their things is getting in with their creatures, not even removing ours.
Which is not
bueno
with us. Because we can just
because that's the issue with like pacify enchantments. You can stack the creature spell. The reason why Journey and O-Ring are so good is because you can't attack or target the creature once it's like has the enchantment on it. Yeah, I feel like there's actually if you get run Marut, which I understand why they don't have it in the game.
I don't understand.
I do. It's because they don't want to program an interaction with mana.
Well, the thing that's crazy is like I can just look the card up right here. It pulls up in the library, so it's like basically here. You know?
Yeah, it's just so the issue with it is that they would have to program a way into the game how to tell the difference between treasure mana and non-treasure mana.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they don't want to do.
Maybe. I don't know. To me, it's like just do it, you know?
Because it would essentially be adding 5 more versions of mana sources to the game.
Yeah. I don't know, because it also sucks, like, for Infect, we don't have Embiggen.
Yeah, that one I don't get. Because that one should be easy.
And I also I'm not entirely sure, like, the sticker cards that are in paper format.
Well, the sticker cards, just because I don't think they don't have to program a way to program, like, one, you have to have a separate sticker deck.
Yeah, well, what I meant, like, is, like, I don't understand, like, how the sticker thing works.
So the way it works is, when you start the game, you draw 3 stickers from your sticker deck, or cards from your sticker deck, and you can use those cards for each match, I believe, is separate. And the
Yeah.
way the sticker deck works is they have a what is it called? A persist sticker, and the other version, the persist, gives you +1/+1 instead of -1/-1.
Yeah.
And the way the deck works is you combo out by having essentially a creature that no matter what happens to it, unless it gets exiled, it never goes away.
Ancient Hangover says, Callan, Reclusive Painter, how does it work on MTGO? Because it also separates the mana treasure. And it's on here. It's other creatures you control enter the battlefield with additional +1/+1 counter on them for each mana a treasure spent to cast them. So it's kind of, it must already be in
if
here.
it's on there, maybe it was a card that was played and they specifically programmed it for that.
Maybe. All right, we're against Saitama here, and I think this is keepable.
Yeah, it's probably keepable.
Who knows what David's playing?
He could either be on Burn or he could be on his Golgari deck too.
I don't see him on Burn very much. So Snow-Covered Plains, Lunarch Veteran. Okay.
He could be playing. There's a couple of things he could be playing with this deck.
Deadly Dispute. If they can do it with Convoke and Improvise, how can they not do it with Marut? Just click Marut. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think it's just because the set's not in Magic, and for whatever reason they don't want to program it in. Like put it in.
Is that whole set not an MTGO, really?
Yeah, there's several sets that aren't even on here. That's one of them.
Yeah, that's probably why then. We should probably prize statue this turn.
That's what I was thinking.
We can hold the mini Gelblast.
Do I want to run Piffler or just hold Piffler back?
I would just hold Piffler back. Because if he attacks, we can block, and then we can Deadly Dispute the prize statue instead.
Yeah. No one ever knows what David Royale's on, is what Lotus says. That is true. He's always playing something different.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Ray Fiend's Informant. It's just maybe just White Weenie. It's his version of White Weenie.
He could just be on a White Weenie discard deck. This could be Gates too, which is
Weenie Glitter. I don't know if it's also Migration.
It could be Glitter.
Yikes.
Oh, he's probably just on a Weenie and White Ephemerate deck.
Yeah. Recommission. Yeah, he probably does have Recommission. I don't know, maybe. All right. So I don't think I want to Gal Blast this Informant.
Nah, I think you're good. So we'll hold Gal Blast up until we can be a 4/4 and just use for reach.
Nightblade's a cool draw though.
Yeah, we definitely hold up Nightblade, and then we could play Nightblade. I think is the best option. I think at this point we want to see if we'll probably attack Pilfer.
I think knowing him, he's going to let Piffler go through. So I think it'd probably be better if we just hold Piffler back.
Yeah, that's true. He's too smart to. If he attacks and we get another treasure, we can Deadly Dispute the thing. So yeah, I think it's just hold it back, and that'll prevent him from attacking until he has a better board state. Because he does not want. He understands the deck. He doesn't want Piffler to die.
Okay. He's got Journey to Nowhere. That's rude.
Let's see what he ends up journeying.
I guarantee he's journeying Nightblade.
He might be journeying the Nightblade.
Yeah, he's doing Nightblade.
He might. Yeah.
We didn't have any real response.
It wasn't. Yeah, sadly, because he wouldn't have played if we had 2 up. Sadly.
Okay.
That's fine.
Chump it, or
I would just block. Yeah, chump it, and then
we can Deadly Dispute.
Deadly Dispute at the end step. Yeah.
Man, this is killing me.
You can just sack, get 2 more treasures, draw 2 cards.
Ooh, Mirkwood Bats and Prize Statue.
It's pretty good. Let's see what you get.
We get another Nightblade though. I think
I think what we do is we Nightblade into
price statue.
a prize statue, and then we'll gain 2. See if he has a second Journey to Nowhere.
Yeah, because the Mirkwood bats, I think, is what will outrace him. So if we just play Mirkwood bats, we can only hold up Gal Blast, but we can do more triggers with Nightblade out. So. It's got to be like the only deck where prize statue is like crazy good, right?
Yeah, I feel like you'd rather have the extra draw, which is why Ichor Wellspring's so good.
Yeah.
But in this deck specifically, you want the extra treasure.
I guess you could have like a Reckless Fireweaver deck too. It'd be pretty good in. Do you have another one?
Yeah, you'd have to.
Okay, Rayfiend's.
You might have another one.
Works great with Fingrin Marauder. It would work great with Fingrin Marauder. That's right.
Yeah, any deck that can keep power out of Fingrin Marauder would be good with it. I feel like you still want the more card draw.
I know we put Fingrin one time in the sideboard, but it was too slow for the matchups we needed.
It just cost too much, yeah.
He's got a Battle Screech. He's flashing back.
Play.
Alright, I think that Sulphurous Blast smells pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely for this deck, that's going to be the Sulphurous Blast will be really good versus them.
Alright, let's top deck a Deadly Dispute. Okay. What are we doing
that's
here
pretty
then?
Good for us, because we can...
We're just playing bats here?
If we play bats, then we don't have another land drop again. But we could dispute... I think we're going to want to...
Because we could big score.
I think we're going to play the bats out, and then we're going to see what we can do next. It sucks to be on 3 lands, but I think it's what we want to do right now. So with him having a journey, being able to journey, we also want to be able to chump one of the flyers and kill it.
Yeah, journey would really suck. Of course he's got it.
Yeah, he's been probably digging for it. He's probably going to journey. Yeah, he's going to journey the bats. This is 4 damage.
It also blocks better than the Nightblade.
Yeah, I think we just let's push that through.
Okay, we top deck prize statue.
I think we're going to...
So we could prize statue, Deadly Dispute, Gal Blast one away, one of the Rayfiend's informants.
Yeah, I think that's what we end up doing, yeah. Unless we draw something really good off the dispute. That'd give us some life too.
Alright. Big score and unexpected windfall. It's not very exciting.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna cast out the prize statue and then Gal Blast one of the Raffine's informants, try to stay above his clock. And then just pass, yeah.
Wish there was a Jund variant to play Swarmkeeper and Fingrin. Probably is somewhere.
There's a few other versions of this deck that I've thought about. With the new which lets you sack foods to drain life, I think there might be a mono black food version of this, or maybe a Golgari food version.
Okay. That'd be interesting.
But I think there's a Demir Clue version of this deck, which I think is interesting.
Man,
I just don't know how good it is yet. I think this time we're going
Dread
to big
return?
score. That's something.
That's interesting.
That makes sense though, because you can Dread return to Soul Migrations back.
Uh-huh. That's interesting.
It's actually a pretty good choice in the deck. He's now using some more 1/1s.
And he's gaining a bunch of life with that Lunarch veteran. Alright. Well, let's... Another Nightblade.
Yeah, I think this time we're going to big score, getting rid of the defensive windfall.
Yeah.
We just need to try to find another land drop, which is our big thing. And we need to heal, so I think it's good that we're gonna
We got Rakdos
get some more
Canarium.
pressure.
So we could play Canarium,
Well,
or we could play Swamp and the other Nightblade. I think I like Swamp
I
and the
think
other
we play
Nightblade.
Swamp and the other Nightblade, because we can end up getting rid of, we can big score away the Carnarium if we need to.
Yep.
It sucks to have to stack those and not gain 2 life in each one of those,
I know.
but we're
in a bad spot. Him getting both journeys has been pretty rough in his top 20.
Level 1. Yeah, definitely think.
Oh my god, a third journey? Come on, David. His premium payment went through, that's for damn sure.
3 journeys in the top 20, that's pretty good. So it's still winnable, it's just he only has 4 journeys in the deck, and that's his only.
That's what we think anyway. We big score in here.
Yeah, big score with the Pilfer.
You think we should big score with the Pilfer and not the Canarium?
Because we can always encore it back.
But we could play it and throw it in Thunder, the Ray Fiend's informant. You know?
That is true. We could just throw it in. Yes, true. Yeah, get rid of the Canarium. So we can just play out the informant or the Pilfer. You're correct.
We get 2 lands.
I think at this point we're going to play out the Carnarium.
Yeah.
Give us some card advantage.
Pick up
the
land.
Let's
pick the mountain.
Or
yeah, I guess I should pick the vault in case we top deck Fire Weaver.
Yeah, it's always good to pick up the artifact land just in general. Yeah, if we Pilfer here, we can throw it underneath, get another token. It'll at least prevent him from attacking on the ground if he doesn't want us to have tokens.
Imagine he just keeps up the pressure. Mirror Triton, okay.
Yeah, you gain 2 life, milky card.
We have not been able to like keep him under like 20 at all. And Exhume for Eagles of the North, and that's going to be game.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Alright. I think we want Cast into Fire and Sulphurous Blast.
Definitely we want our 3 board wipe cards. We do not have
I think we can
any way to deal with the
Blood Aspirant and Unexpected Windfall.
Yeah. Like, we don't have any enchant removal in this deck. Because, like, it's hard in these colors. But I think the way we're going to play differently is we're going to want to try to hold up the mana for Reckoner's Bargain as much as possible and Deadly Spirit as much as possible. That way, if he does use the journeys, we can sack creatures in response.
And that way we know he's got Exhume too. Should we... Sorry, I kind of wish it was Relic over Spell Bomb, but...
Yeah,
but like the
I
one
don't
few
think I don't
case.
think Relic's worth it.
He just told me wait in the chat. I'm only running 2 late to dinners. That's what he said. I don't know. Is Spellbomb maybe worth it just because of the graveyard interactions?
I don't think so, because he had a little bit of graveyard, but I feel like that's not his full deck. Like, we want him to, because if we can get our increase in the graveyard, by daily disputing them, we can bring them back.
True.
So I think it's not a huge deal to get rid of the graveyard, but I think it's whatever. I think we just want the cast and the fires and the
Sulphurous Blast.
sulphurous blast.
Yeah. Well, we have the improvised clubs too.
Yeah.
This is a 1-mana hand that I'm not
Versus
crazy
him is
about.
risky because he has journey. Like if he was any other removal, I wouldn't care. But since he's in journey, I think it's rough.
Let's see what we can
And
get
we're
for
on the
6.
draw. Yeah, just mulligan.
Okay, this is better. I'm gonna keep this.
Oh yeah, way better. Let's get rid of the.
Might just get rid of the Piffler.
Yeah, it's the only red card we have. So get rid of the Piffler. We can't play it early game. I think it's turn 1 Shambling Ghast, turn 2 attack Shambling Ghast, hold up dispute.
Yeah, because we could also kill off his little dork
Mm-hmm.
if we don't want to create an extra treasure.
Let's see. Do we want to risk them? Yeah, hold dispute.
Now, I don't know if he'll have prismatic strands or not, but it's something we definitely want to like keep in mind if we're going with the improvised Gal Blast route, you know?
Yeah, so he could have prismatic strands, but it doesn't do anything versus our life gain or life loss cards. So it's good and bad.
Oh, he has Dust to Dust.
That makes sense in the sideboard for us.
Yeah.
Because we have so many artifacts that he can target.
Do we want a Deadly Dispute here and not?
I think we
create a
Deadly
treasure?
Dispute here.
Do we create a treasure or
his
no?
Mirror Trident.
Yeah.
No, we kill the Mirror Trident.
I think so too. Okay, 2 lands is actually kind of cool. I'm kind
yeah,
of
that's fine for us right now.
Ult Whispers. So do we play off the Nightblade, or do we just prize statue hold up Gal Blast?
We prize statue hold up Gal Blast with the mountain specifically, because we want to have as little interaction for his dust to dust as possible until we can start winning with our treasures. Because he can dust to dust treasures, it's fine. It's like whatever.
He's exhuming. I'm kind of okay with this.
Yeah, because we get our thing back. That's fine.
And he didn't really mill over anything that exciting, so all right.
We play the Swamp, and then we
just play Nightblade.
We play Nightblade, and we bluff that we have a dispute.
I'm not gonna attack with Shambling Ghast.
And then we can hold up Blast. I would use a Gale Blast in response to Ephemerate if he has it.
Oh, definitely.
Because if he could be running Ephemerate in this deck.
I'd have no clue. I haven't seen this list, so I don't have a clue what he's running.
Neither do I. It seems like it's just a Orzhov brew for
just hard casting Dread Return for another Mirror Triton.
I mean, it's not the worst thing because you can mill into something else and you can always flash back Dread Return.
Battle Screech
could do that.
Inform it.
That's actually good for us because it's not a creature, but he can flash. He doesn't have enough white creatures to flash back to Battle Screech yet.
What is it? 3? Yeah. All right. Ooh, big score.
That's some gas for us. It's good.
So,
I would get rid of the.
I'm just gonna get rid of Vault
Whispers. Yeah.
And I'm gonna use actually the treasure tokens to cast it. Actually, should I? Yeah.
Yeah, because it puts them in the stack. We don't have if we had Marut, I would say not to. But since there's no Marut in the deck, there's no
Might as
reason to
well.
pull up the treasures
Yeah.
in the situation.
Just Shambling Gas and Canarium. Damn. Let's play the
So I
Shambling
think
Gas.
we play the gas,
Canarium,
then we
pick up
attack
Vault.
with the pick up Vault, and then we attack with the
I don't think we
Shambling Gas.
attack.
We do, because if they block, we kill both of them, and if they means they still can't attack us because we have our own Shambling Gas.
I guess.
Because the thing is, they have to have 3 creatures to flash back to red return. So any kind of pressure we can put on for life total is going to be good for us.
Yeah. Journey.
What are they journeying?
Nightblade. Do we want to do the treasures in response or leave them?
I would do 1 treasure. Yeah, 1 treasure and Gale Blast one of the Mirror Tritons.
Part of me kind of wants to like. Part of me wants to Gal Blast our Nightblade just if they go to exam.
It wouldn't kill it yet because we don't have enough artifacts.
Oh, you're right, because we picked up the one. Never mind.
Yeah, we can just kill the Triton.
Yep.
Yeah, there's an argument for killing if we had more treasure. Because we picked up the Vault last turn. We don't.
There's the Lunarch Veteran. Pop that Cast into Fire. That'd be sick. We get a Bats instead.
I mean, Bats is good.
Do we even play Bats right now?
I think we play Bats, then we run both our creatures into them. Because they're forced to either have another...
They're
forced to take your block.
It's also worth noting we have 10 minutes left on clock and they have over 20. Soul Migration evoked. So now they have enough to Battle Screech.
Yeah, they're going to Battle Screech it back for more creatures, just fine. They're probably going to get rid of the... Yep. And then they can return back as well.
Yep. Deck's gross. I like it.
It's just a weird reanimate go wide deck. It's interesting. We just need a little bit of gas, and I think we're fine.
Improvise club. So we could club the Soul Migration away. We could club one of the Shambling Gas away.
What we could do is we could club the Soul Migration and then sacrifice the Shambling Gas so we kill the Lunar Veteran. It's the 1/1, right?
Uh-huh. The only thing is they just can bring it back, but it stops them from getting into the battlefield triggers.
It gives them, exactly, and they're getting most of their life off under the battlefield, not leaving the battlefield. So I think I think that's the play.
And pass. I guess we should attack with Shambling Gas.
Nah. Yeah, we could have attacked with Shambling Gas there. That'd be it. Because there's an opening to take 2 more creatures if they block.
Mm-hmm. There's Mirror Triton.
They're trying to mill into another Dread Return.
There's the Luminous Phantom. We just get another land. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've seen 8 lands so far.
Anything? What do we have in our graveyard? Nothing that can come back, right?
Yeah, we don't have anything in our graveyard. Definitely flooded a bit this game.
Yeah, we have 10 lands left, so the other destroying the land's pretty low. If we can just get any of our card draw, I think we'll be good.
Well, he's going to dread return. Get back the informant. I wonder why he chose to get that instead of... Oh, he's got Goliath Paladin too. I wonder why he chose that instead of... Oh, because he can just flash back.
Yeah, get it back. He'll get 3 triggers off the game life.
Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah, any kind of life gain deck, you just have to outpace, and if it's a dedicated life gain deck, it's harder.
We just top decked another land.
I'm
just going to play it, pick up the Volt.
Oh. They can't attack with their flyers, though, because if they do, we can eventually get the initiative back.
Mm-hmm. Problem is like, he's eventually going to find another journey to nowhere, and we don't have anything going on for that, you know?
Yeah.
That's what the problem is. And now a top deck Sulphurous Blast is not going to be very good either because of the Paladin gets to stay behind. And we lose our bat.
Yeah, but we could do it on our... We can do it on the end step, so it's the instant speed only does 2 damage.
Yeah. So here comes in 6. Shambling Gas is going to go underneath. Do we make a treasure here, or do we just 1/1 kill one of their...
I think we make a treasure here to start pinging. Because at this point, I don't think the life's gonna matter.
I just don't foresee us, especially without like a Marut. I don't see us outrunning this.
We would have to get like all of our gases in the. So his for 5.
Prize statue.
Yeah, we need gas, and that's the issue. Can I get any? We can play out a prize statue.
Problem is we're just dead next turn. Right? 3, 6, 9,
yeah,
11. Yeah, we go down to 3 life.
Yeah, there's a reason to play it out next turn to see if we can survive. So if we get good draws with this much mana, we could definitely still win with the bats out. But if our bats goes away, we lose.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'll block one of their flyers with bats and then go from there.
If I was him, I don't know if I would have trapped. I might have just goaded my bat into blocking.
No, trap's the best because it hits you 5 there. Yeah, block one of the...
Oh, I accidentally clicked through it.
Block the veteran.
I accidentally tapped through it. That's my bad.
Yeah.
There's Battle Screech. Alright. He's got a bunch of creatures. And we just get Nightblade. Alright. I don't think there's anything we can do.
That's not good enough. Yeah, that's not good enough. That's game. We literally just needed any kind of draw for us to win that game.
That's yeah, that was some really bad drawing for us on that game too. Our top 40 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 lands in our top 20 when we only run 18 lands.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a rough.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I could think would be like there's no really way we could play that better to really get that out of there. Especially without Marut. Like Marut would be a huge swing there if we hit them for like 15.
I know.
Have a 7/7 on the board.
That's what I was like thinking. I was like, man, Marut could almost. It looks like it's back.
Yeah, it looks like it's still showing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we started it. We're good.
All right. Looks like it dipped out for a second. But yeah, so it's gonna have to be the last game for me today. I love this
deck.
deck.
We went 2-1, so I mean that's not the worst.
No, I was wondering if David was gonna pop back in chat, but yeah, I really love this deck though. I think this deck is super sweet. I feel like
I said, versus decks with a lot of life gain, it can be rough.
yeah, I feel like against his deck, you kind of want to get underneath it, but the Journey to Nowheres are really rough for sure.
Yeah, it just makes you play differently. You have to have the Deadly Dispute in hand to deal with it, which I mean is doable. And the fact that he's running Exhumes is if you can get your creatures in the graveyard, he either doesn't want to exhume or you exhume your creatures back.
Yeah. So I like this deck a lot though. I like I said, I really do think Marut, like the more I've played this deck, I really do think Marut is like just probably just elevates this deck to like another level, honestly.
Yeah, I think sadly this unless someone super well known plays it in paper, and then it does well in tournament in paper with that card. I don't know if we'll see it.
I don't know.
Like you can always make a comment on like some sort of. I'm not sure how active the people that program the game are on Reddit or on any kind of forums.
I don't have a clue.
Delivered information to them, but that'd be the only other thing I can think of is trying to get like, hey, this card is like the difference between the deck being good or bad. Could we potentially get it in the set?
Yeah, I definitely like.
I know they've been doing it for the sticker cards because there are sticker cards that are really good. It's just those are just such a problem to program because it is another deck specifically. Yeah. But since I didn't realize that they had cards that could already do color generation, I feel like if they did, that'd just make it so much easier to program it in.
Yeah, I think so too. I do like the Warren Wilding change though. Weirding change. I like that
I think
card.
it's a really good change. And like I said, when it comes to burn, as we saw that last game, you can get underneath it. And you can get enough life where it doesn't matter. But it's those fast burn hands are just rough.
But I mean, it's rough like any deck that's mid range, right? Those fast burn hands, it's just rough anyway. So it's just what you got to deal with. But yeah, thanks for submitting this deck, creating this deck. This deck is super sweet. I think more people should catch on to it. I think it's actually like really solid.
I would hope so too. Yeah, like I know like Propaganda was originally saying he saw the deck, he was thinking about trying it, which would be fun because I think the more people that play the deck and the more iterations we can make on at least the mtgo version, I think is just good. I don't think unless we get like maybe another Ixalan set where there's more pirates, we won't get too much treasure support when it comes to instants and sorceries. But I think if we do, or another D&D set would be it as well. Like anything that really has treasures and is a main mechanic. But I feel like until we have that, we won't get too much support unless we get downshifts or an unban. The biggest unban this deck could get would be Disciple of the Vault.
Yeah, Disciple of the Vault would probably make this a tier 1 deck for sure. Like, honestly.
If we get Disciple of the Vault, the issue is I could see them bringing it back. I think Disciple of the Vault was one of the random bans they made around the same time they made it with ATOG.
Yeah.
Where I feel like ATOG was a ban which was justified because you could hack with ATOG if they don't block and you just stack your whole board, kill them. And I feel like Disciple of the Vault without ATOG and without a infinite artifact sack outlet that doesn't cost mana, I think you're fine. But it still could be strong. So that's the only issue where I see them unbanning that. But
I think Disciple would be sweet. I think if you had Disciple, what would you cut? Bats or Nightblade?
Honestly, maybe Marut.
I think so too. Oh, Marut, really?
I think maybe Marut, or maybe I think what you could do is might go down on Unexpected Windfall, another bat, and maybe it's hard because the deck really only has 5 flex slots, and if you take out those 5 flex slots, you really don't have much room to remove from the deck because, especially at 1 mana, Because at that point, your deck would have 8 1-drops.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever an artifact.
I think like the issue is bats is expensive, but bats triggers so much more often.
Yeah, the bats triggers like crazy because like bats is what like every every treasure token's a shock, and you make so many treasure tokens, it's crazy.
There's
powerful.
Games where I've had bats out, I just win because I just draw, discard, draw, just like draw, make treasure, draw, make treasure.
Right.
Like I'll start the game, like I'll be at like 6 mana. Like I was goldfishing the other day before my matches, and I had a single bats out on turn 5. And I went from, they were at 14, I just with just the bats out, I hit them to 0.
Yeah.
With 5 mana, and like I think I had a prize statue out, just 14 to 0 with no bad attack. I think I had 23 damage total in hand after all the drawing and discarding.
Yeah,
and making treasures. Or
I think it and Fireweaver are the two most powerful. Then I think Nightblade is just a really good like stabilizer.
I think Nightblade is good for 3. If Nightblade was 4, it wouldn't be good. But because Nightblade is 3, I think it's worth it.
I agree. But hey, thanks so much for hanging out on stream.
No problem. I'm glad I was
running through some play lines and stuff too. It was really fun. And again, thanks for the deck because, like I said, this has become one of my favorite Pauper decks. So.
Yep, just let me know how you. And when you end up playing the paper, let me know how you like it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm planning on building a paper because I want to play Marut. I think that's just gonna be sweet. So.
Yeah. Anyways, dude, see you later.
Yep. Good talking to you.
Yep. Good talking to you.
Catch you later.
See you later.
So everybody, I just want to say thanks to MOISTMOOSE again for hanging out today, running through his deck with him. It was cool to help me see some different lines of play. Really, really fun. Thank you, David Royale, also for the game. Really appreciate it. That your deck was sweet. Our deck game 2 kind of piddled out, but I could also see your deck being a little bit of an uphill climb for us because of the life gain and kind of the go wide a little bit, plus Journey to Nowhere. I think anytime you see Journey to Nowhere, it's like, I don't like this. So thanks, David, for that. I would love to see the full list of that deck if it's not already in here. Thank you all for hanging out. Bull, Lotus, I understand like I wasn't like super interactive with chat today, but I thought since we had Moose in, it would be a little bit more beneficial to talk to him through the decks and stuff. So just thought that was anyway, yeah. I hope you all enjoy the stream. I'm not opposed to doing like guest streams, like hanging out with people playing Magic and stuff. So like maybe we could move it into like once a week or something. I just wish I had more time. You know what I mean? I wish I had more time to do the things like I'd want to do. You know, it's like I haven't been able to get through all the decks and stuff that's been submitted because I just don't have the time. But hey, if you want to support the channel, you can consider becoming a member. $1 a month, 99 cents a month gets you access to the community Discord server, along with your name at the beginning and the end of stream, along with the custom emotes, all for only $1.99. You could also do it for free by just subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that stuff. I think I said subscribing. All that stuff goes a long way in helping the channel out as well. I'm going to bounce for today. Tomorrow we're doing a Discord deck vote. So if you're in the Discord, check out the deck voting tab to vote for what we're playing tomorrow. I think Pauper Lawyers is currently in the lead, but I'm not 100% sure. So definitely check that out, and I will catch y'all tomorrow. See you, everybody.